And this is a machine with a 200,000 watt power source, cutting a steel plate 800 millimeters, 80 centimeters thick. I really hadn't even imagined that such thick black steel plates existed. I was wondering what they'd be used for, and it's truly spectacular to see how with a beam of light, we could cut through these thicknesses. The piece fell there, and well, it's incredible. Of course, the cut quality isn't the best, but it's the maximum thickness. This revolution is being led by the Chinese company BWT, and Rikers recently joined them. Both are Chinese companies, and both have reached their maximum power output of 200,000 watts this year. A 200,000 watt laser is a true beast of power. To give you an idea, let's imagine a 10 watt bulb. It's enough to light a room. Now imagine 20,000 of these bulbs turning on at the same time. With this amount of light, we could easily illuminate a professional stadium, and that is the amount of light that's concentrated in such a tiny point that allows me to cut through steel as if it were butter. This is a piece cut with this type of laser, a piece that's a little over 10 centimeters long. You can see the finish of the cut and the internal details within the piece. For these kinds of applications, this is the type of source we use. I would like to discuss with you the industries. What industries are genuinely excited by this new technology? Firstly, the construction of ships. There are very large ships, and China is one of the biggest ship manufacturers globally, but steel is utilized extensively, and these giant plates in ship construction. So there are also nuclear power plants that use average thicknesses of, well, 30 centimeters and up, which for safety reasons, this type of technology fits perfectly. And also in the construction of heavy equipment, right? Perhaps for bridge construction where this type of work is needed, and previously using oxy-fuel cutting or similar methods would take much longer, but most importantly, we'd have lower cut quality. So we're talking about improving speeds, improving quality, and also in sectors that demand greater safety. Here we have a video of a 150,000 watt machine cutting 440 millimeters of carbon steel at a speed of about 0.07 meters per minute. It is quite slow, and obviously because we are showing the maximum cutting thicknesses that we have with this type of laser sources, but it is generally not what it is typically used for. There's something that perhaps isn't being discussed, and that's the impact these types of sources will have on thinner materials, maybe not 800 millimeters, perhaps we are talking about 2 or 3 inches, where these sources will allow me to create much smaller details on these types of plates. Details that I previously could only have achieved with EDM cutting, and that working with oxy-fuel cutting definitely would have left me with a terrible finish. The cutting speed that I can achieve with a 150,000, 200,000 watt source on a 3-inch thick plate can genuinely be multiplied up to 5 times what I am able to do today with a 12,000 watt source. Here we can see a graph of maximum cutting thickness. We see 300 millimeters of black steel with 120,000 watts, with 135,000 watts, 410, and with 200,000 watts, 800 millimeters of maximum thickness. Obviously, the quality improves when we have a little bit of excess power.
What do you mean by more than enough power?
What I mean is, if I'm going to be cutting permanently, let's say 500 millimeters here, it would be much better to work with a 200,000 watt power source, because you see, when I reach the very edge of the cut at that specific power, I simply won't have the best quality. But these technologies don't develop on their own. What do I mean? We can have a 200,000 watt source, but we also need a 200,000 watt head to see it work in cutting machines. So if a 300,000 watt source comes out tomorrow, we'll have to wait for a 300,000 watt head to see it working.
Well, and that's where the expertise of FORZA Laser comes in. Why?
Because as a brand, we are precisely in charge of combining the power supply with the printhead with the controller, putting them together in a machine and making everything work. This is quite complex because everyone specializes in their own area, and FORZA comes in with all the parameterization, figuring out pressures, speeds, cutting heights, the type of piercing, and a lot of parameters the machine needs to cut. In these power settings, there's much more complexity. I've called this a legendary level because we work with other nozzles. The pressure is much more delicate. If the pressure isn't right, the material can melt. The head sparks get in, and in less than a second, everything can be damaged, and we lose an investment of hundreds of thousands of dollars, all because we didn't have the correct setup. I am constantly asked something, and it's, Diego, if I can cut 1 inch, 25 millimeters, with a 6,000 watt source, why do I need a 12,000, 20,000, 60,000, or even worse, I don't know, 200,000 watt source? But if we're working with a 1 inch thickness, for example, here we see a reference of cutting material with 6,000, 12,000, and 20,000 watts. I can have greater productivity when I work with 20,000. Why? Because I can cut faster. So, with a 20,000 watts machine, I can produce twice as many parts as with a 6,000 watts machine. That's where the difference lies, in having a machine with a higher power output. And the final factor, why should we use higher power? It is the level of productivity or the efficiency that we are able to attain if we work with air. Let's remember that if we cut a black steel with a higher power, we can use air as an assist gas, and when we use air, the material heats up less. We have our so-called cold cut, and we can go much faster than we did with oxygen. Here we see a graph. Drastically, the speed can be multiplied. For example, in this case, by 8 millimeters, that's 580% more productivity than working with oxygen. So that's the final reason. With this, I'm ending the video. I'm truly passionate about lasers. It's incredible to see how light technology can now cut 80 centimeters.
How you can't imagine when the industry will finally arrive that can cut, I don't know, our entire height, 2 meters, just imagine. And that's all for today.